conversation with Wade and all of the crew that's soon to come on board with him. Brought to you by Marcus and Mack, a law firm representing injured people. Wade, you've got another big schedule of folks with us here this morning.
We do. We thank you first and foremost for allowing us to talk about some of these activities. Our students, our programs, and our faculty who are doing wonderful things for our school, especially in light of all this these pandemic challenges.
Yeah, absolutely. There are a lot of things going on. So we're waiting for that first call in. I got you on a little bit early because I wanted to I don't get a chance to actually talk to you anymore.
I know.
So it's good that you're able to spend a couple of moments with us before you hand it off to I think Devin Duffy and maybe some others.
Yes, it will be students of Devin Duffy momentarily. But one of the first things I thought about when I called in this morning is, does Todd have his supply of lemon Tootsie Pops?
And he does not. There are no concession stands at these games, and lemon Tootsie Pops sustain me through a basketball season. And no, I'm plumb out.
I've never heard of a GoFundMe for lemon lollipops, but maybe it could be a first.
Whatever it takes, man. I need my lemon pops.
And I wanted to ask you about somebody said something about your days with Tom McCann.
Wow.
I didn't know anything about that.
Wow. Was that Joyce talking about that?
Todd, I can't divulge my sources.
Yeah. Hey, Wade, our first caller is on the air or on the line. I'm going to answer that while you do the introduction, okay?
Okay, we'll take care of that. Hey, Todd, I'd like to first introduce our first group, and what we have are students from our leadership seminar class. These are students who have leadership positions within many of the big clubs in our school, and they come together and work on common activities for the betterment of our school community and the community at large. And first we have Sydney Bryce and Lucas Connell, who will be our guest for this morning. So with that, I thank you, Todd, again for allowing us to be on air to promote our school.
My pleasure, and I'll tell you someday about my exciting career as a shoe salesman.
Someday.
All right, let's say good morning to our students. Good morning, and welcome to Indiana in the Morning. So say your names again. The principal, McElhenney, just did say them, but so we can recognize voices as you speak, please identify yourselves.
Hi, good morning. I'm Lucas Connell.
Hi, I'm Sydney Bryce.
And we're the overall chairs for this year's IHS Minithon, along with Cade Duffy, but he couldn't be here today.
Mm-hmm. Well, this is something that IHS does every single year. It's always a great success, a little bit difficult last year, but it gives you a chance to plan a little bit better for this year. So tell me all about it.
Yeah, so this year, due to COVID, we aren't able to have an in-person Minithon that we usually normally have. So we are doing a 2-hour virtual event with hopes that we will be able to have it in person for maybe 4 hours outside, but we're just hoping for that.
And one thing we're doing a little bit differently this year is with our cooperation with local businesses, we're trying to be more sensitive to everyone's financial situation during COVID. And so instead of asking for big financial contributions, we're requesting both their financial support or, advertising for us. And also, Sydney has some ways that we're going to recognize past businesses as well.
Okay. So through the virtual event, we'll be doing ads that are free to them so that they can just get their name out there and show that they're supporting us. And we're also doing cookbooks and planning on asking local businesses to share their favorite dishes on their menus. And we'll also be putting out signs that show that they've been supporting us. Even if they can't contribute this year, we're still appreciating the support that they put in through the years in the past.
Well, that's some wonderful initiatives, and it takes some planning. Who helped to come up with all of these ideas, or was it a group decision?
It's a lot of the group decision, and then Miss Duffy and Mr. Neal help us out a lot as well.
Yeah, terrific stuff. So the Fawn is going to be happening when?
Sometime in May.
And of course, there's much that can happen between now and then, and we're hoping that it's going to be a great event. Now, if somebody wants to learn about Thon and maybe participate, and they haven't been contacted, what should they do?
I think that we actually just made a new website. It's ihsminithon.org. We have a lot of information about our event, and that's actually where students can register now.
ihsminithon.org. It's one word, Minithon, no dash?
That's correct.
ihsminithon.org for all of the information. Beautiful. Beautiful. We appreciate that from you. Our next call-in hasn't happened yet, so you've got a second or so to tell us about yourselves, and let's start with Sydney.
So I'm a senior, and I'm involved in a lot of clubs here at the high school, and I play lacrosse and golf.
Do you have plans for after school yet?
Yes, I'm planning to go to college. I don't know where yet, but I don't know. And then probably majoring in elementary education.
That's a good plan. No, what about your fellow Fawn member there beside you?
Yeah, so I'm also a senior. I'm hoping to go to college. I also play baseball, and in college I want to study engineering, hopefully, but I'm not sure where yet.
All right, so both of you do have plans, and you've got a little bit of time to make that happen. All right, so thanks for being with us here this morning. We appreciate it. That line is going to open up here in a second or so. Meanwhile, our other caller has not gotten through to us just yet. Thanks to both of you, though.
Yes,
Thank you for having us.
My pleasure. Bye-bye. All right, we're just going to wait for this next caller to get in with us, as we're supposed to be talking about IHS Science Club next. And then we've got Athletic Director Greg Lazanik, also the basketball coach, scheduled with us, and Michael Burdig with other students. So as this goes along here, let's see who this might be. I'm assuming that this is Mr. Lazanik.
It is.
Mr. Lazanik, good morning to you.
Good morning, buddy.
It's good to have you with us here this morning. So let's talk athletics. The challenge of winter sports, we talked about them getting going. Now they are going. So how has it gone?
Here's an example. They're going, and first of all, we are so happy that they're going. Every day that the kids are on the court, the mat, the pool, the rifle range is a great day the way we're looking at it. Scott Shirley, my assistant, and I were just talking. We have a swim meet that we have rescheduled one swim meet 6 times already this year for various reasons. I'm on my 5th iteration of basketball schedules. Todd, normally there'd be 3 weeks to go in the season.
Yeah.
We've played 3 basketball games.
Wow.
So it's Indiana. We've had to restart our winter sports 3 different times, or start them 3 different times with 2 restarts. So you know what? It's been a struggle, but we're there. We're doing it. We're following our health and safety plan. Our kids are healthy. They're safe, and we're just taking it day by day.
And they're resilient. They must be, don't they?
They are, and the kids are doing a great job because they just want to play. They're kids, they want to come to school. They want to play, and every day they get a lecture, at least the boys basketball team from me, that I give them some story that this school shut down. Like the other night at the WPIL, 17 boys basketball games were canceled because of COVID.
Wow.
And we were one of them, unfortunately, with Armstrong. It wasn't an issue in Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
They had an issue down in Armstrong. So they are resilient, and the kids just want to play.
Yeah. And they'll keep fighting that good fight and hoping to get on the court and in the pool or wherever their sport is being played. Greg, thanks so much for spending time with us this morning.
Anytime, Todd.
All right.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye now. There's Greg Lazanik. He's the athletic director at the school and also the boys basketball coach. And our scientists have got in touch with us here. And so I think Emily Hickson is the teacher, but there are students involved here this morning. So I don't know who I'm talking with. So go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Sure. This is Mrs. Hickson, Emily Hickson. I'm one of 3 sponsors that works with the students at Science Club, and I'm all getting this morning, so sorry, but you're going to get to talk to me about Science Club.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's fine by me. What's going on with it?
Well, fortunately, we've been able to really work with some of the local fairs, and they're having virtual science fairs this year, which has been pretty fantastic, that we're able to at least still operate in some capacity and allow the students to do their independent research and move on to compete with that.
All right. So, and I know those competitions are very, very important to the students, aren't they?
They are, and I've been really pleasantly surprised. You know, a lot of the reward for all of the work that these students do on their research is getting to go physically, right, to have these field trips and interact with their peers and sort of have a fun time sharing their work, interacting one-on-one with judges and with other students. And that's not there this year. So I was really concerned that the level of participation might drop off. But that just has not been the case. And it just really does go to show how much students really love to learn and really love to explore their ideas in science.
Well, the interesting thing to me about when you get to and especially it happens at this time of the year and headed further into the spring, the kids have been added in the classroom or in the labs, especially when you're talking about science. But the dynamic of meeting other students from other schools who are working on their experiments and their initiatives, it really is a great benefit to meet those students and to interact with them, is it not?
It really is. It's kind of neat for students that sometimes maybe feel that they're not alone, but there aren't a lot of people out there like them, right? Mm-hmm. And to get to realize there's just this vast community of people that are very like-minded and are curious and are willing to just go above and beyond to not just answer questions, but maybe even to make the world a better place by some of the things that they find out in their research.
Absolutely. Okay, well, I thank you for getting in touch with us here this morning. I think Michael Berg is going to be trying to call in on the same line I have you on right now. But okay. I appreciate your time this morning. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too. And we're talking with our students and teachers from Indiana Area Senior High this morning. And Mr. Burdig is supposed to be calling up next with an update on the Teddy Bear Fund Drive. And you know that's going to have great interest for us this morning. And let's see if we can't get that phone to ring here as we're just about 5 minutes away from the top of the hour and Fox News coming your way then. And just awaiting the call from Mr. Burdig. And there he is this morning. Mr. Burdig, good morning. Hello?
Hi.
Okay, we've got students this morning. Good morning to you. Who are you?
Good morning. My name is Anna Romance.
Say that again. It was kind of muddled.
Anna Romance.
Oh, okay. Very, very good. And you're calling to talk about Teddy Bear Fund Drive?
Yes.
Okay. What do you have for us this morning?
Asa, would you like to start off? Yeah. So you guys know that we love to do our annual Teddy Bear Fund Drive, but as much as we really wanted to this year, we couldn't hold a lot of our events because of the pandemic, and we had a lot of restrictions in our school and just in the community. But we're trying our best to raise money through a raffle that we're doing at our school that Anna could tell you more about.
Okay.
Yeah, so some of the items that will be included in this raffle will be autographed baseballs and jerseys from the Pittsburgh Pirates. We'll have free prom tickets, and we'll have, obviously many other great items. We also wanted to take the time to thank our local businesses that have graciously donated. It truly means a lot to us, especially during these hard times.
I would guess, yeah. Continue. Go ahead.
I'm so sorry. And we also just wanted to let you guys know that we are keeping our hopes high and trying to do as much as we can and coming up with new ideas that will follow all the COVID regulations, but still able to donate to Teddy Bear Fund Drive like we usually do.
Well, it is quite the challenge this year, no matter what you're raising money for, and we're so grateful for the Teddy Bear Fund Drive efforts at Indiana Senior High, which traditionally have been just so strong. And I know it's been more difficult for you this year, but at the same time, you're finding new possibilities, it sounds like.
Yes, you are.
So this raffle that you're talking about that has all these wonderful items, how can people get in on it?
Well, we try to make it more for our school base. We have it in one of our hallways. It's one of the main hallways that people go to their gym classes, their lunches, that they would buy raffle tickets, and then they decide which bags to put them in, which we obviously do because of COVID regulations. They can't touch any of the bags. Mm-hmm. And then at the end of the next 2 weeks, we pick somebody to be the winner of them. And it usually gets a lot of attention, and it raises a good amount of money because we have done it in the past years.
That's terrific. How many items are there? How many bags, do you know?
I don't know the exact number, but I would say around 15.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Wow, that's a lot. which means you've got some very generous folks who have helped you to make that happen. And we appreciate them all and appreciate you all for continuing to keep the Teddy Bear Fund Drive in mind and helping to raise money for the kids. It's just a great thing that we look at with awe when we consider what Indiana Senior High does for the Teddy Bear Fund Drive. I know you've got great leadership and within the students who are leading the efforts, and with the teacher, Mr. Bertig, who's helping you as well.
Yeah, it's really amazing, and it is one of our favorite things to do because Teddy Bear Fund Drive does hold a special place in all of our hearts.
Well, that's terrific. Anything else we need to pass along to the folks today about Indiana Senior High and the Teddy Bear Fund Drive?
Unless you had any questions for us, I think that's it.
Well, let's find out about you because we've got about a minute left. So reintroduce yourself. Tell us your grade level and what your plans are for after school.
Well, my name is Biz Allison. I'm a senior in the Indiana area. And right now I'm just looking at my colleges and seeing which ones I can get into.
What are the plans? What's the educational track you want to take?
I'm thinking about going into social work.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm hoping to go to Ohio State.
Good field, and a good school as well. What about your friend there?
So my name is Anna Romance, and I'll be attending Indiana University of Pennsylvania, and I'll be majoring in education.
There you go. Do you have a focus on elementary or secondary or?
Not at the moment, no. I'm just exploratory education. Like, I'm undecided. So
there you go. Well, you've got time to figure that out, and IUP is a really good school for that. Well, thank you both for being with us with your update on the Teddy Bear Fund Drive, and the best of luck to you as you move forward with your educations as well.
Thank you.
Thank you. You have a good day.
You too. Thank you for being with us. It is Indiana in the Morning, presented by First Commonwealth Bank. It's the voice of Indiana County, WCCS, 101.1 FM and AM 1160. FM and AM 1160. FM and AM 1160.